Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 2 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now, we've got a story out of Wayne County that I find is very cool. It's a good news story, and those this time of year are always nice to hear about. Now, owner Sarah Ratley said the program that turned painting with goats in 2018 into a classroom without walls offers a hands-on outdoor learning experience for children ages 3 to 5. Now, students explore environmental science, track the weather, create art, and care for farm animals all through play. Ratley said, quote, "Here it's about slowing down and being a child a little longer. We really believe in the sacredness of childhood. There's a lot of freedom, fun, and animal shenanigans. A lot of outdoor learning, but not just learning about nature, but learning in nature," end quote. Now, the farm is located at 1521 Davis Mill Road, Fremont, North Carolina, began in Cary before moving to Wilson County and now Wayne County. It gained attention over the years for unique events like goat painting classes, Valentine's goatgrams, and pet therapy visits at East Carolina University. The nature school is part-time for now, but Ratley said it will expand next year to include 6-year-olds with the hopes of operating 4 days a week as demand grows. Now, families interested in enrolling are encouraged to apply early, with the wait list already filling quickly. Applications are open right now for the 2026-2027 school year and beyond. For more information, you can head over to our website, WITN.com, where you can find more information and a link to their site. And now we need to turn to the ongoing fallout from the fatal ICE shooting in Minnesota that happened last week. NBC's Maggie Vespa has more.
This morning, outrage in Minneapolis. Our cameras there as federal officers swarmed by protesters Monday deployed tear gas and pepper spray.
This entire neighborhood is shut down. People blowing whistles here, letting everyone in the neighborhood know that federal officers are on the ground.
We're being attacked by the government, and there's no one here to help us.
Neighbors said the confrontation started when an immigration officer rear-ended this car. The driver, Christian Molina, saying they then asked whether he was in the country legally.
Luckily, they didn't hurt me or, they didn't shoot at me, but what if they did?
Molina, who says he is a U.S. citizen and father of 4, told us he wasn't doing anything wrong when the ICE vehicle went after him.
There's no reason for them to just look at you and trying to just chase you. I believe that's not right.
NBC News reached out to DHS about Molina's account. So far, no response. Neighbors who've begun organizing to track immigration raids quickly descended on the scene. The clash just blocks from where an ICE officer fatally shot Renee Good last week. The city and state now suing multiple top Trump officials.
The deployment of thousands of armed, masked DHS agents to Minnesota has done our state serious harm. This is, in essence, a federal invasion of the Twin Cities and Minnesota, and it must stop.
The White House blasting Minnesota Democrats, calling the suit a pathetic stunt. DHS saying federal officers in Minneapolis have arrested criminals in the U.S. illegally, some with convictions for violent crimes.
We are surging resources to Minneapolis, and the Trump administration is going to deliver on President Trump's mandate to remove violent illegal aliens from our communities.
This as new video shows federal officers pulling a man out of his car, saying he was impeding law enforcement.
And again, that was Maggie Vespa reporting. We now turn to your weather forecast. We've got 3 systems that are going to be impacting the entirety of the East Coast over the next, really, 2 days. We've got Wednesday and Thursday, and it is going to again be a low pressure party on the East Coast. You can see where each of those kind of areas of moisture are sitting. We've got one over the Great Lakes, one that's working its way down out of South Dakota and into Nebraska, and then another one over central Texas. Now, all of those are going to converge together to create a fairly messy forecast for the East Coast coming up tomorrow and Thursday. For us, we're looking at quite the temperature drop as we will have 2 cold fronts move overhead Wednesday night into Thursday morning. First one Wednesday evening into Wednesday night. Then it will be followed up by another one once we get past midnight early Thursday morning. So get ready for a little bit of a change as well. We've certainly felt the change today. Yesterday we were about 10 degrees colder than where we're at right now. Of course, we maintain the sunshine, not really seeing anything right now on your radar picture that warrants any attention. Current air temperatures mid to upper 50s. Feeling comfortable considering that's our norm for this time of year. But as we make our way through tomorrow, we will maintain, well, we'll see air temperatures return to this level as southwesterly winds right now are blowing in at about 7 to 15 miles per hour. Those winds will relax a bit overnight tonight, but will stay out of the southwest as we head through tomorrow. Through this evening, again, plan on air temperatures going from the low 50s to upper 40s around 6 p.m. down to around the mid to low 40s as we head towards 11. That will put us in the upper 30s early tomorrow morning between 7 and 8 a.m. From there, we get to the mid 40s by 10, mid 50s by noon. And at that point, it's cloudy and wet. We will see light raindrops show up between 10 and 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then those rain showers, very isolated and spotty, will get a little bit more widespread once we get to, I would say, after 3 p.m. So 4, 5, and 6 p.m. we'll see a stronger boundary work its way into the east. And it's that boundary that will provide us with the first round of, I don't want to call them heavy rain showers, but certainly moderate downpours across particularly areas on the eastern side of Highway 17. There's a look at the cloud cover rolling in. Then we've got the early morning light spotty showers around the area. Not a lot to worry about there, just some nuisance rain, if you will. And we get to 5 o'clock and we're seeing again a better push of rain coming in out of the south. Now this is going to be round one for the moderate to heavier showers. You see it again, darker greens along with some yellows and oranges mix in, indicating again larger drop size and heavier rainfall rates. Then we get to Thursday morning, and this is when the clearing front, the second front, moves across the east. And you'll note how cold it is by the fact that it is going to be able to support some snowfall back towards the west. But our temperatures in eastern North Carolina, our ground temperatures are going to be way too warm, well, not way too warm, but certainly too warm to support any sort of snowfall from sticking on the pavement or sidewalks or any road surfaces. So while we may end up seeing a few rain, snow, sleet mixtures coming across eastern North Carolina, air temperatures will not allow it to be super impactful coming up for your Thursday morning. Something, again, we'll keep an eye on. But right now, again, air temperatures should be staying warmer than 32 degrees, which will certainly keep any frozen moisture from accumulating on any roads. There's that double low pressure system set up. Again, the first one rolls through early, well, Wednesday for the first half of the night, and the second one rolls overhead once we cross past midnight and head into the technical early hours of Thursday morning. Once that front moves off the coast, that should happen by the time we get to around 8 to 9 a.m. in the morning. And we are faced with windy conditions for Thursday and cold conditions, but it will be sunny. Note how that high pressure system again extends all the way eastward, even though the center of it will be back towards Arkansas. It is going to be a large high pressure system, but it'll keep us sunny for Thursday and Friday, and at least the first half of Saturday. But so long as it's off to our west on Thursday and Friday, it will increase winds out of the north, driving air temperatures down into the low 40s. Overnight lows down into the low 20s for Thursday night into Friday morning. Now, if we were to have that low 20 reading Wednesday night into Thursday, yeah, we'd be talking about snow. But right now, our air temperature overnight, our projected air temp for Wednesday night, 35 degrees. While that is close to freezing, it is not actually freezing. So getting water to freeze above the freezing point, incredibly difficult to do. Doesn't look like we will see much, if any, snowflakes coming down Wednesday night into Thursday morning, but it is an isolated possibility, particularly for those of you watching north of Highway 64 or west of I-95. Now, over the weekend, we do have a chance of rain. We will have a cold front working its way into the east, knocking temps down from 56 degrees Saturday to 46 on Sunday, and then we will hold in the 40s for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, along with the following Tuesday. Well, that's all we have time for today's 2 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday.